Okay, here we go. Now we're streaming again.
So now it's actually recording it.
Funny part is it still has our testing things in there.
That's fine. If anyone actually hops in there.
Okay.
Alright, so we want to not start the timer yet.
No.
We want to kind of explain what we're doing here.
Hey, welcome to the first test stream of StoryFellers.
Yay!
Hope you like the name.
Mm-hmm.
Copyrighted.
So what this channel is basically we watch shows or movies, and we talk about them during the watching, the viewing, and we invite all of the viewers to watch along with us. You'll see below the name of what we're playing or what we're going to watch, a little poster there, and then just below that you'll see a timer which will tell you how far into the show or movie that we are. And that way, if you come in late or you just happen upon us, you'll actually thank you so much, Rob. If you happen upon us, you can look at the timer and then go to that time and
Catch up.
Generally catch up to wherever it is in the show.
And you'll probably be able to hear the audio from the show as it's going, not super loud, but
Yeah, this is the first test stream. We hope to have a better microphone that would cancel out that sound. But we're just testing this out. So we all have our own Twitch channels as well. I am twitch.tv/Gregor with 3s for ease. You'll actually see it there in the followers. So all the followers there that you see are all three of us. So
you got Odabil over here.
Oh, me.
That's this guy.
Yep.
Mine's Motoko Flux, but if I'm streaming, a lot of times I'll just be going with Greg, like if we're playing like 2s on Halo or something.
Yeah. So we all. Well, I think I'm the only one that has actually streamed besides this channel. So you can check me out on there. I just do gaming on there, obviously, and have fun. Hopefully Rob will stream soon.
He's
Rob?
ready.
Odabil.
Yeah. Odabil's gonna stream
definitely,
soon. He's ready.
Prepared.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect.
That's me.
So.
By the time he does stream, it's gonna be really good.
Yes.
That's what we're saying.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start this first stream. We're gonna be watching from the TV show Lost from 2004. The first episode, the pilot episode, season 1, episode 1. So
We're gonna crank this up
Yeah.
and do this. I'm gonna start the timer at the same time
We're watching it on Netflix.
Yes, that's the other
So
thing.
if you go to 0
We
and
are watching
get
it
ready
on
to hit
Netflix.
play right when this timer starts.
So get ready. Do that. And
Ready, get set, and press play now.
there you go.
All right.
So again, we're watching this on Netflix.
Yeah.
So there's like a little bit of. Here we go, right into the that amazing title.
Do we want to click back into our window just in case? I don't think any chat's gonna come up, but.
Well, the chat will come up right over there too.
Oh, okay, cool.
There he is.
I'm not going to talk very much.
There's Jack.
Yeah.
There's his eyeball. at
There's
least.
the dilation of a pupil.
Yeah, it's funny because I don't want to talk about spoilers or anything.
Yeah. Well,
In case anybody
just so
sees
if
the
you if
show.
you're watching this, you have to know that if we're talking about an episode, you're going to be spoiled for the episode, especially if you come in midway.
Yeah.
If you've never seen the show, so probably watch the show along with us, or have watched it before we start streaming.
Unless we do like special episodes where it's something we've never seen and we just want to kind of just go into it. But I won't talk about any spoilers for different episodes or future things of the show.
But this show came out in 2004.
Yeah. But I'll just stick with the episode itself.
Yeah.
So. Shot in Hawaii.
I remember shooting the scene.
Yep. So great.
Yep. The idea that you would start a character by himself in bamboo in a suit.
Yeah.
Dog running up. I mean, it's throws you into mystery from the first frame, which is kind of cool.
J.J. Abrams style right there.
The old mystery box.
Yep. Alcohol in the pocket. We see that for a reason. We're gonna see that scene later.
Yep.
I've seen this show far too many times. It's actually one of my favorite shows.
It's funny because I remember the line in what's the other movie that he did, Super 8?
Yeah.
That when the kid's like, production value!
Yeah.
Like, you think about that when you see scenes like that where you're like in the middle of a forest.
Mm-hmm. We're about to see some good production value here in a second.
Yeah.
At this point.
Here we go.
The shot's a little disorienting because it pans over and then it looks like he's moved over.
Yeah. I think he sort of does in that shot.
Yeah. I like that it's on him. It's very Spielberg-y.
Yeah.
Seeing his reaction before you actually get to see anything.
Yeah. Long lens.
And I assume because it's 2004 they shot this all on film.
Yeah. Yeah. This was shot on, I believe, Panavision cameras. But yeah, definitely all on film. Random extras there. There's Dominic Monaghan.
It's funny, after working like background and like Alicia working background, like seeing a show like this and just being like, you could have been background on a show that like ended up
Yeah.
living on for
Like a acclaimed hit.
yeah.
You could have been the guy in a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, that was a stunt actor, so can't be that guy. He could have been that
He
guy.
could have been that guy though. Yeah.
But he does have speaking lines.
Yeah. But I mean, you can, as a background actor, you can be just thrown speaking lines on the day.
Yeah. Yeah, Jack, you're not gonna lift that up by yourself. That's not gonna happen.
Hey, what's your name?
I do like that they link the characters here in future episodes. Like in Locke's episode, he comes, goes back and comes to this part where he's right there.
Yeah.
I remember them talking about how during this crash sequence, throughout the beginning of it, they basically didn't show any blood until that
part,
moment,
yeah.
so that it was like shocking to you.
And it's like super saturated red.
Yeah. This reminds me of the edit I did.
That's what I just said.
What's your name?
Yeah, you've probably seen this footage more than
Oh yeah.
most people.
What a dumbass. Boom.
Just imagine you survived falling out of the sky and landing on a beach, and then you are stupid enough to run in front of a turbine that's spinning,
That somehow still has power.
and then you die.
I don't understand how that turbine has power.
Did you hear about, for her casting this thing, they asked her if she was actually Australian, and she told them that she was, and then they didn't find out until they had already shot like some episodes that she's not.
I didn't know that.
She
Who?
just
She's not Australian?
No.
Wow.
She just was able to do the accent so well, and they knew that they wanted to cast a real Australian. So she just
That's funny.
did that accent.
Because I thought that when she does interviews, she was putting on like a
Nope, the opposite.
American accent.
Yeah.
I've never seen her do an interview. Claire. We're talking about Claire.
Clay.
Which is Emile de Raven,
Yeah.
however you say her name.
It's funny because this is a good example of like, you know, him and Damon Lindelof, and was the other writer on by this first episode?
Carlton Cuse was not on until later. I think like halfway through the season.
Okay. So just thinking about like J.J. Abrams and Damon Lindelof writing this, it's like you write this scene and you have like these characters or whatever, but when you go to shoot on the day on the beach, it's like things are gonna change and like you have to adapt to things, and not until you're actually there, you're gonna see if it works or like how difficult a scene's gonna be where a fucking plane wing falls down or something.
That explosion is far too big.
Yeah.
And why was he walking around not realizing? Because an explosion just happened.
Yeah.
He
But
was
he's
just walking around.
just trying to show that he's still out of it.
Yeah.
Heroin, dude.
Heroin, dude.
You?
Yeah.
Gives you wings.
Stay away from her. Dude, I'm not going anywhere. You did?
Yeah. Got a face full of sand.
Yep.
Nice.
There she is, Claire.
Good.
Her name.
Yes. There's Jack.
There's George.
There's George. Also known as Jorge. The hand.
I met a Jorge. Sorry, I met a George who spelled his name like Jorge, but he said George.
Oh, really?
Just saying.
I remember there was this girl in high school, her name was Amanda George, and one of the guys would call her Jorge. And she did not like it.
I don't know which one worked best.
Oh, Boone.
I always loved the fun fact about Boone that his original character name, for some reason they were going to have his name be Five. Because the whole backstory was he was the fifth descendant of the same name down the line.
Oh, okay.
You know, like third, fourth,
Mm-hmm.
and he was the fifth, so they just called him Five. That was his name. It was Five, and it was in early drafts, and then they took it out and changed his name back to Boone, or changed his name to Boone. But I guess they did like a search and replace, or they only replaced the names, because in the scene where he's with, right here as a matter of fact, in this scene when he's telling his story, this like heartfelt story and talking about fear, and she's sewing him up, and he's just like, and I just let the fear in, and I just counted 1, 2, 3, 4, Boone. He says Boone in the script, and I found that so hilarious.
Yeah.
I remember Damon Lindelof talking about that on one of the podcasts.
I like this episode for his character because, you know, even though he's a doctor and everything, like, you can have it be very generic, like, I'm a hero doctor, but, like, giving him those, like, small little stories, like, help sell you as an audience member, like, to come on board with him, you know?
Yep. And there's his tattoos.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Five.
Yep.
Excuse me.
I'm the only one who needs props.
Did you ever use a needle? What? Did you ever
Angeline Lilly.
type a pair of jeans?
You fucking know it. I used a needle.
This is her first big thing.
I made
think
the
she
drapes
did, like,
in my apartment.
That's fantastic. Listen,
Commercials in
you have a
Canada.
second? I could use
Yeah.
a little help here.
And I think she
That was fun.
started filming like 2 days,
Look, I do it myself. I'm a doctor. but
like
I
the
just
2
can't
days
reach it.
prior, she had just gotten
Just like
approved
the drapes.
to get her
Oh, yeah.
work
So
visa.
you can do this, I'm telling you. If you wouldn't mind.
Someone's asking to request a song. It actually doesn't. We can't really play songs right now because we're watching
Thank you.
the show.
Yeah.
But if you'd like to join in watching the show,
Mm-hmm.
the timer down there is at 11 minutes and 13 seconds.
And that's how far we're into the first episode of Lost.
Yeah.
There's songs in Lost, so if you want to listen to some soundtrack music,
It happens in there.
Yeah.
Do you see their name?
No, what's the name?
Standard black.
What does it say?
Don't read it out.
Oh. It actually has 5 in their name.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. KG. Yeah, you can request a song. Straight to Banville. They answered you all seriously without looking at your name. Should probably purge that from
Is
the
that the
chat.
first time you see him? Just that him walking up and
Yeah, well,
epic music?
Him smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
It's the first time. And you get a nice sunset shot there.
Yeah. I'm sure they couldn't do many takes of that.
Yeah, sure. Is there a way to?
Yeah, I think you can purge.
How do you do that?
Sorry, KG.
How do you do it?
Learning process
Might
here
have to
on
go to the-
StoryFellers.
Are you only on the
Can you
regular
go to the
site?
little gear?
Do you just want it off the VOD?
Hey, you!
Yeah, I guess.
What's your name?
Charlie.
Charlie. We need help with the fire. No one will see it if it isn't big.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on
There
it.
you go.
What's your name?
Do
It
what?
should be like a
Sorry,
purge
I'm on it,
thing. Or is it
There's
only in the
Timeout or
B2TV?
ban. Timeout.
What's that? What's the lightning bolt?
That
I might
is
show up on you.
mod user.
What about this little thing here?
I guess that's like
You don't
Ignore.
seem afraid at all.
BTTV that has purge.
I'll just do
I don't
that.
understand that.
I don't know if that will get rid of the thing though, will it?
Fear's sort of an odd thing.
Message deleted. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but it doesn't get rid of the user though.
When I was in residency, my
It's okay, as long as it's off
first solo
the
procedure
list.
was a spinal surgery. I
Or
was
is it not?
16-year-old
No,
kid.
it's not. So what? I gotta go to the other thing.
And at the end, after 13 hours, I was
You
close
might just
enough
have to
Yeah, whatever.
go to
figure-
OBS,
We'll figure that out.
OBS. eye the thing on and eye the thing off.
Spine, all the nerves coming down.
If you actually want it off the screen.
Membrane is thin as tissue.
Oh, on and off. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's one way to do it.
Bye, chat.
The nerves just spilled out of her like angel hair pasta. Spinal fluid flowing out.
We're
of
talking
her.
through a very good monologue.
I know, I'm ruining it. There you go. That'll do it.
That'll do it, big.
This is the way streams go. I just gotta talk to chat.
All right, back to the show.
So real.
Yeah, still watching it.
Chat's still up.
I knew I
You
had
just
to do it.
need to.
This is that
So I just made a choice.
The boon.
I'd let the fear in.
1, 2, 3, 4
Let it
boon.
take over. Let it do its thing. But only for 5 seconds. That's all I was going to give it. So I started to count.
I remember when the show first came out, and there's
3,
so many
4.
different theories and stuff. They're like, oh, this story is why he has that tattoo with the number
Number
5
5.
on it.
Mm-hmm.
But
I went back to work. sobered
obviously
up,
that's
she
not the
was
case,
fine.
because I think even Matthew Fox said that it was because of Party of 5.
Yeah.
I think I would have run through the door.
No, I don't think that's true. You're not running now.
What kind of, after filming on a beach yourself, what kind of lighting do you think they brought out for that shoot?
A lot of silks.
Yeah?
A lot of fun
Just
silks.
using the sun?
Yeah, well, I mean, a bigger production has way more access to much better access to larger HMIs and stuff. So they may have had huge, 6Ks or
And just trucked it onto the beach?
yeah, but for us, all we used was silks. So
Yeah.
I cannot read that. It's so impossible.
We're back.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised somebody came in there. I think they came in there
As if I'm gonna
just so
show
you would
the
read their
chocolate.
name.
Yeah.
Sharon, we may be here for a while.
The plane had a black box in it. They know exactly where we are.
I think
they're coming.
these two are actually my least favorite characters.
Well, they try to get you to feel that
Yeah.
way at the beginning, though.
I'll eat on the
I mean,
rest of the boat.
even throughout though, They weren't. And well, I guess I don't want to talk about spoilers too much, but
Yeah. That sound effect.
Hungry?
Yeah. Thanks.
Any more, baby stuff?
No.
No.
Nar. A Nar.
Is that, you think that that's just the thing that you and John use?
That's
Yeah, you too.
some kind of hazer, yeah. Or smoke machine, fog machine.
Yeah.
Different names for it.
Sure you want one?
I hope this whole VOD is just crunching.
He does too.
Walt's my boy. My boy.
So, the interesting thing about these characters is that they weren't even characters until like later drafts of the script. They weren't even in the script.
Did she try out for somebody else?
She auditioned for the role of Kate. And they loved her so much,
They just wrote her.
they wrote her a new role.
And the fact that wasn't she a pretty big star in her home country
Yes, in
too?
Korea, yeah.
Yeah.
She's a huge...
So did they cast her and then want to cast the other guy, or did the other guy come in for something as well?
No, they then created the Jin character
Oh, okay.
because of her audition.
That's cool.
So
That just goes to show you that you can come in and audition for something, and if you don't fit exactly what they think, if you do well enough,
yeah,
We must have been at about
if
40,000
they're open
feet.
enough writers,
the puppet show.
Hit an air pocket, dropped maybe 200 feet. The turbulence was
How did he cut that so precisely into a plane?
I blacked out.
he's a surgeon.
I guess that's true. What he used. I
Bam.
don't know what he used.
I knew that the tail was going, but couldn't bring myself to look back.
She's a very good actress.
The front end of the plane.
And the way that they hide information,
Yeah.
like no one's lying in these
Well, it's not
scenes,
your
but they're just not
It's just out.
giving all the info.
Omitting a lot of things.
Yeah.
We need to figure out which way we came in,
Why?
because there's a chance we could find the cockpit. If it's intact, we might be able to find a transceiver. We could send out a signal. Help the rescue party find us.
It'd be interesting if you watch a show that you'd already watched, but you watched it every episode
Took a
backwards.
trouble flying
Like
lessons.
last episode to first episode.
Wasn't for me.
Memento style.
Yeah.
I saw some smoke.
Be a little weird. I know they've
in the
done
valley.
a entire version of this whole show.
If you're thinking about going
Somebody
for a
put it
cockpit,
all in chronological order.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've seen the Snape edits of that. Of like,
Snape edits?
well, not of the show, of like chronologically
Oh,
what
oh,
happened
oh.
to Snape throughout the entire Harry Potter series.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a lot of work to do that with this entire show.
Yeah.
Jack.
There's a lot going on.
That's one thing with watching shows too, is like when characters actually introduce, like say their names for the first time,
Yeah.
and who says it and how it's done.
First time we're introduced
What was that?
to the monster.
Yeah. Which is just sound
It's
effects.
just sound effects, which sounds like machine.
Yeah.
Some kind of machine
It's not
crushing.
this.
Did anybody see that?
Did you say see or say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm lying.
The one thing I like about watching some of these shows, I don't want to say older because this isn't old, but shows that aren't made today, that like you don't have as many shots that are just blatantly green screened.
Yeah.
Like with the saving of budgets now, like
Yeah, there's so many green screen shows.
like even just every day, like you can clearly see that is,
Yeah.
but that's one out of like that's the first couple.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's the first one. I mean, if they were to do this show now without this budget, they were just kind of like they were throwing the show together. The whole first sequence with the plane,
Yeah.
like all over, they would not have brought entire
and maybe
plane.
maybe not like a regular viewer would really care or maybe notice, but like if you've watched enough stuff, you're just like, that's
So how's the
clearly,
drink?
Yeah.
it just takes you out of it.
It's good.
Question for you.
That wasn't a very strong
Do you happen to
reaction.
know
Well, it's
where they got
not
the
a very
inspiration for
strong
the yell that the monster does?
Mm.
I have no idea, but I'm assuming
This, of course, breaks some
because
critical
JJ is a
regulations.
huge Steven Spielberg fan. It reminds me a lot of like the T-Rex situation.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of that. I know that there's some weird sounds like that are like intermingled with it. I remember them talking about it. They used like taxis in New York have these old like tickers.
Yeah.
And like that sound effect is in there somewhere. It's like
Oh yeah.
like that weird,
I don't.
which I have no idea why they used, but I think they're just trying to make it.
It's iconic. It makes me think of exactly what it is.
Yeah.
I don't want to say what
You
it is.
really had to go.
So, excuse me.
I like that too in writing, the fact that like that small thing of having the little mini alcohol thing is like, it's not doing much, but like it was already called back when you did the sewing scene, and it's called back to this, and they don't really comment on it too much. They just show it, and you as an audience feel like, oh, I'm smart because I recognize this,
Yeah.
Just never been a very
as opposed
quiet-
to having him have something else in that scene.
Planes want to be in the air.
He sounds like a very smart man.
Sure, and tell him that when he gets back from the bathroom.
Well, he's not gonna get back.
Well, I'll keep you company until he does.
He's gonna have a rough ride in that toiletry area,
It's gonna be over.
like what that guy just did, but in the bathroom.
Why was he even standing up?
No, I think he just didn't have a seatbelt on. 'Cause he's dumb.
Whenever I like see a scene like this now, I think of the Patton Oswalt bit where he's just kind of like, I like how in the first like video of like when a mask comes down, everyone's like cool, calm, and collected. It's like if it actually was happening, no one would act like that. Everyone would be like, "Give me all the oxygen,
Yeah, oh yeah.
eyes, nose, mouth, ears. I'm the king of
Flip
breathing."
out. There was the callback to her right there. It's hard to hear, but she's talking. She said, I don't know what it was, but there's something familiar about that sound. And she's like, that the monster made.
Oh yeah.
And another person says, really, where are you from? And she said, the Bronx.
Well, you're gonna need better shoes.
So I guess it's like a callback to the taxi noise. I don't know.
Oh okay.
I think it's a ticket.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. This is such a great interaction between this character.
Yeah, the next scene you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. It like it's like playful and creepy at the same time.
There's something just so off about it. First it just seems normal, and then
And then her reaction.
yeah, her reaction is good too. Blah, blah.
He's like, what the fuck? I like too before that scene, like the fact that she's taking the boots off the other guy. Like you're not going to be doing the thing that you would normally do, and it's like, how'd they get the hiking boots?
Yeah.
You know.
I was just looking inside the fuselage. It's pretty grim in there. You think we should do something about the BODYF?
You spelling man body?
B-O-D-I.
Sounds like
No, they'll deal with it when we get here.
Can we go out and look for the cockpit?
She's just so in denial.
That's right.
See if we can find a transceiver.
I mean, a lot of people would be, to be
Yeah.
honest.
We're gonna need to keep an eye on the wind. The guy in the suit wakes up. Try to keep him calm. Don't let him move like he's shot.
His eyes are almost too pretty.
What about the guy below?
You're telling me.
You should be alright.
see why they cast him as a vampire.
I want to help. I don't need any more help.
He's in. Was it Vampire Diaries, babe?
What?
He's in.
Boone from the show. Is he in Vampire Diaries?
Who? I don't remember.
Ian,
Is that,
Ian Somerhalder.
Ian? Yeah.
Can I ask you something?
Me? No.
Guys.
Like,
Anyone met anyone?
Oh yeah, that's
no. We don't like it. Not familiar though, right?
Yeah.
what's funny is Dominic Monaghan actually made up the tune
Oh,
of
did he?
this like that part right there. Like that was just
And don't they play that song later in the show?
because he just like made that up. They go with that same kind of melody. You all everybody.
You were in Drive Shack.
I am in Drive Shack. The whole thing. Yeah, totally. That's me, you know, I've been back in
I love how like he's just shut down by Jack
You
here.
guys know
Yeah.
I'd love to. She lives in
You were in Drive Shack?
You all, everybody. You all.
We gotta keep moving.
How many times have you seen this?
They're good.
This first episode? Probably like maybe four times.
Then
I think my memory is just completely
the
awful.
ominous dog shot. What's
He's
about that? What's
it's
that
like-
dog about?
He's the mastermind of this entire.
And then the ominous lock shot.
Yeah. You can see the grain in that too.
Oh yeah.
That low light.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite characters of the show. A lot. I can't talk about the other ones because they're not here yet.
Guys, is this normal? Day turning into night.
The one thing
End of the world type
when I did, because I have watched this not super recently, but recently, when they get to this next scene, I was like, oh yeah, I've worked with that guy. Which is the pilot.
Oh, yeah. Greg Grunberg.
Yeah.
Because he gets into every J.J. Abrams thing ever.
Yeah. And it's so funny because Kevin Smith would basically be like,
Rag on him for it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, this guy over here, any chance he can bring up JJ?
Yep.
I mean, he was being playful about it, but it was pretty funny.
There it is again.
There it is again.
What lens do you think they're using there?
That was a pretty wide, it was a
Yeah.
much wider lens.
More like a 24?
Probably. Could have been an 18, but. That right there, they're stepping over the dolly tracks.
Nice.
I remember them talking about it and saying how they just made it as if it was a
Like a log.
treed
Yeah.
log or something. Because this track moved. That reveal.
Yeah.
So I got burned on the side there.
Now, is that an effect shot or was that an actual
No,
prop?
that's that's what I'm talking about. Like what they did for this show.
They just drag that thing out to the middle of
Yeah.
the freaking.
This was really expensive though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was one at the time. It was the most expensive pilot. The iconic drum beat to black.
Wow.
Yes, and the trumpets are
This episode
brass.
sponsored by Chipotle. I said it in the last thing, but that's gone now.
That's gone now.
Forever.
This must have been really disorienting to be in this set because of the angle of the fuselage.
Imagine being in that background.
just sitting there.
Yeah, it's
looking,
like, alright, you're gonna sit in this seat.
looking dead.
Yeah. But again, you're prominently featured in the first episode of Lost.
Yep. Or at least your body part is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the first guy, like that, like,
Yeah, that dude.
imagine if that was you, just sitting in that seat,
Yep.
taking up as much screen time as Dominic Monaghan.
Yep.
Not screen time, screen real estate.
Yep. some of these camera movements are a little too much. Like there's a lot of movement.
See, but this is a good like time to talk about like you can do this with a TV show, but if you were to do that in a theater, people would just be dying.
Well, it's happened. You know, look at the beginning of Hunger Games.
Yeah.
The first film.
But like, it doesn't affect like the viewer. Like, not as many of the viewers are probably gonna comment on this sort of camera work
And
in a TV
it's
show.
only in this scene, so it's not like it's prominent 100% of the time.
Yeah. But it's to show you that this isn't easy to actually go up this thing.
Kate butt. Right in his face.
And I assume once they get in the cockpit here, the camera angles stop being so shaky.
So what does
A
the
bit.
transceiver look like?
A little bit, but not too much.
They do a really good job here, and like you don't even notice it now. Like you don't even realize that we haven't seen where Charlie is right now.
Yeah.
And you're not even thinking about it.
Yeah, because you're so concentrated on like what they're gonna find in here and their interaction with him.
Yeah. They did a good job. There he is. Greg Grunberg.
Did they give this character a name in the show before something happens to him?
Yeah, he's. They may have even called him Captain something, but.
Because I wonder if they gave him the same name in Star Wars. Because he's a pilot in that.
No, they call him Captain something.
He's in Star Wars too?
Yeah,
He's
it's
in
J.J.
everything.
Abrams. J.J. Abrams.
Jesus, this guy.
He was in Super 8 too, but only as a voiceover.
No offense, Greg. Grumberg.
Grunberg.
He's a pretty nice guy.
Just kind of take me out of the scene if you're in Star Wars.
Does anybody?
He fits here.
Yeah.
6 hours in.
This character provides pertinent information
Yes.
to our main characters before
No
violently.
one can see us.
That black eye is pretty good for makeup.
So we're in the
Yeah.
Wait, we're on.
But anyway,
Oh, it's on delay. We're not looking at the OBS. Like, where the fuck's my hand?
There it is. That delay.
Of course. In the wrong place. We have a transceiver. Great. That's what we're hoping. But you should
That's what we care about.
Yeah. We don't really care about you. We didn't have any backup plan to take you with us.
Yeah.
An injured pilot.
Where's Charlie?
There it is.
Wait a second.
This is totally inspired by the T-Rex, by the way.
This part?
This and everything about the mystery.
Yeah. Well, he's a huge Spielberg fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's Spielberg Jr.
Yo.
You all, everybody.
What?
He's looking happier.
There it is.
You know, like here's the.
He's got that Hobbit innocence on his face.
Who the hell was that? What? What's right outside?
He's like, come on, guys.
You're a little behind, pilot. This sound effect. You definitely did not make that sound effect on the day. You know something's.
Well, especially
bad's gonna
watch this.
happen.
Watch this
Yeah.
cut.
Well, not only this cut, but
That.
Yeah. His action.
And then you're like,
Oh, he set down the transceiver. Wonder what's gonna happen now.
yeah.
T-Rex.
This As much as this is a mystery drama, it's a horror movie as well.
I honestly don't understand the blood. Knowing what I know.
Yeah.
I don't think they knew.
No. At that point, they're just writing a monster.
And they didn't really know what the monster was.
Plus, if you wanted it to be close to that Jurassic Park scene,
You're gonna need
it's,
blood.
it's the goat leg on the.
Yeah.
Haven't you ever had lamb chops before, kid? I happen to be a vegetarian.
The weird thing about that edit there, he was like reaching for that transceiver like it was like
Yeah.
but the fuselage had already fallen, so he could have just gotten up and grabbed it.
Yeah.
These shots, all of these shots, I love how they were done because it's literally them standing in place,
Yeah.
running in place, so that they can shoot it on a long lens and still keep them in frame and in focus. When I heard about that, that's how they did those shots.
You immediately tried to do it.
Like when I know, I
Yeah.
can see it, but when you're not paying attention,
Yeah.
it works.
Oh, Charlie.
Oh, Cedric Diggory in the maze. Just falling and getting trapped by a root.
No matter what I do.
No spoilers. She definitely looks absolutely terrified now.
Yeah. I wonder how many of the shots it was actually raining and how many shots they had to just produce the rain. Because apparently it rained there all the time.
Yeah. Keep it together.
It's funny because as a lead, they always tell you to keep your eyes open.
Yeah.
And in a scene where it's raining, that must be very difficult. Yeah.
Good cut.
Can you pull up the timer without pausing it?
Timer's right there.
I know, on here. To see if it's actually in sync.
Yeah, I should be able to.
All I gotta do is just press the up. Just don't go forward or back.
Yep, it's in sync.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
No. Right there. He was dead. I wasn't. And then he came back and he pulled me up.
The hair in his eyes,
Yeah.
dude. Every time I see that scene, I'm thinking, dude, he's doing an amazing job not paying attention to that hair in his eyes.
We have to go back there.
I know, Rob.
Yeah.
I know. I'm not gonna say anything.
Little.
Hey!
ADR line.
Yeah.
I always think about some of those where, like, you know they're in post-production, they're like, oh, we need to add this line because it just sounds like it, because you could have interpreted that scene where he just got up and didn't follow her.
Yeah.
But the fact that they put the line in Kate automatically tells you that he's going to follow her.
Yeah. It's interesting too. I don't know if I'm just interpreting this, but the idea that because he says, "Oh, we have to go back for him," from before it's been going from left to right as we progress through the story,
Yeah.
and now they're actually going from right to left to kind of go back,
Yeah, I'm
try
sure
to
that
find
was
somebody.
probably intentional. Dun, dun, dun. Now this episode is just part one of the pilot, which is all we're watching right now.
Yeah.
So it is going to end
Talk about Jurassic
very
Park.
very soon
It
here.
ends here.
Yeah, this is what part one is in the pilot. It's very odd, the ending.
Speaking of pilot,
It's the pilot.
he's calling out the name of the episode.
It is. It's the pilot. Part one.
That is almost definitely was thought of when they wrote that.
It's the pilot.
The pilot.
Yeah.
Oh, something like that.
To be honest, I don't know.
Ugh.
Last
that's
frame
it.
of the.
That's it for part 1. I mean, that's how they split them up. And when it originally aired, there was 2 parts. It was an hour and a half.
So we could probably stop that timer so they don't think the episode's
Yeah.
gonna continue.
So that is, there you go. Ooh, right at 42 minutes? Hell yeah.
Hell
So, hey, how's it going, Tubwubs?
Hey, we got somebody in chat. What's up, dude?
Oh, hey!
We just finished
He's gone.
Perfect.
The episode, if you're still in chat. And now we're kind of talking about it, the post episode talk. Again, that was part 1, so that was the half split of of that pilot.
Yeah.
The interesting thing that I remember reading, and I'm sure like everybody knows this now, but the fact that in the original pilot they had a different actor in mind for Jack. They were going to hire, or they were trying to get, I don't know why I can't think of his name. He became popular again. He was in Birdman.
Oh, for who? Michael Keaton?
They were trying to get Michael Keaton
Oh, okay.
as Jack.
Wow, that would have been completely
so they
different.
asked, because in the original pilot,
What's up? Oh, you never seen Lost? Well,
we just watched the pilot.
Yeah.
So
If you want to go back and, I'm sure this is actually going to be recorded, right?
yeah.
So if you want to start the video again and just, if you have Netflix or something, turn on the first episode of Lost. We're basically just talking through as it's going. If you've never seen Lost, maybe you should watch the episode before you hear us talking about it.
We talk about some stuff.
But after you watch the first episode,
It's a good show.
If you wanted to come back and rewatch it with this sort of commentary,
Yeah.
it might be kind of fun.
If you don't know what this is, it's basically synced up over there. I'm waiting for it to.
Yeah.
But we're not
So,
on OBS.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Down here, you'll notice like so. What we do is this is our first stream where we're actually watching the show and we're trying to watch it with viewers, and so we list what's playing down below, and the timer is there for how far in of what we're watching, and you can kind of sync up and watch the show with us as we talk about it.
We have. That's a good suggestion.
Yes, but we'll definitely try to do an episode where we watch one of those episodes, maybe the first one or maybe just one of our favorites.
Yeah.
That would be cool. It's funny, as we're doing like all the hand stuff, I'm sure if we do like a whole bunch of these episodes, we're going to be so good at being like, it's going to be right here.
Yeah.
And then if you want to do this, it's going to be right here.
Yeah.
Also, you'd probably want OBS there so you can be.
Yeah, so it's not so...
Yeah. I'm only doing it because of I have this page up because of the viewers. I just wanted to see how many viewers we had. But so that's what this is. It's kind of a fun little stream that we can kind of watch shows and movies and different things with the viewers at the same time and talk about them.
Yeah.
So we just finished the pilot part 1 of Lost, and
the next episode doesn't necessarily... It might not be Lost, it might be something different, but it's going to be based on what we kind of want to do, or if while we're streaming something, someone suggests something like you're saying, like Breaking Bad,
yeah,
you know,
I don't
maybe
think
that'll
it's on the stream anymore.
That'll be, well,
but still,
yeah, we'll do one of those.
Yeah.
So.
Later, dude.
Peace.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, one viewer now.
Wait, did we just get a subscriber?
No.
Or did that? What was that little activity thing?
15 views probably.
Yeah,
Oh,
we did.
We're back
we did
up.
get a follow.
Oh, we got a follower. Nice.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Tubwubs.
Don't call Tubbs. Tubwubs.
I mean, I'm Tubbs, but
Come on,
thanks,
man.
Tubwubs. You can call me Tubbs.
Yeah.
Sorry if I'm cramping your style. I need to sit up.
Yeah.
You.
Me? No, I'm
Yeah.
good. No,
You're
I'm
good. You're good. But
no, I think that was a good first stream. I mean, this isn't going to be our final mic, but I think that it was picking it up pretty well.
yeah.
So
Yeah, it'll have to be.
I will be reviewing this and giving you all critical information.
he's going to be
from
reviewing
critiques.
his own stream.
many critiques.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember them. They were trying to back to what I was talking about with Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
They were trying to get him because in the original script, they were going to have Jack. That was going to be Jack's body in that tree. They were gonna kill him off.
Oh,
like, in the
yeah.
middle
And so they could afford having Michael Keaton on the first
because
episode
you only have him as one
a one-off. Yeah.
a one-off character.
Mm-hmm.
But when they set the script around,
Yeah.
everybody unanimously was like, "You can't kill off that character."
Yeah. Well, plus because Jack is a doctor, if you kill off the doctor in an island
Yeah.
thing.
I mean, they were obviously trying to try something different, go against the norm.
Yeah.
With that tactic, but I think they ended up making the right choice.
Audio sounds good. Even, well, I guess you came in after
Okay, cool.
the episode was playing. I'm curious what it sounds like when it's all going together.
Yeah.
But cool.
But I'm glad
a little
the
cheapo
audio
mic.
works. Yeah, it's just we just have a cheap microphone sitting there.
Yeah.
Right now, but hopefully
It would be cool to eventually get like individual lavs.
Yeah. Well, that would be.
Yeah.
We got to get a mixer and get a whole setup.
Yeah.
for
But I think
The other dude followed too.
what
Oh,
the one with the interesting
Sorry,
name?
Twitch.
Oh, is that in the?
Yeah.
I should look at that. Let me see.
I don't think you can get rid of that either.
Oh no. Well, if more people follow, then
Yeah. We
Down
can't
the
control
line.
what people's users' names are.
Yeah.
Um,
That's not much we can do about that.
yeah.
We're talking about the other guy, not you, Tubbs.
Yeah.
Tub
Tub
Wubs.
Wubs, not just Tub.
Shit!
Man,
I mean, you don't know. Maybe he could go by a
get
Tubbs.
it
Yeah.
right.
What's up, Tubbs?
Get
We're
it
gonna call
right.
you Tubbs from now on. You know, you play your cards right, Tubbs. You could be a moderator of the channel one day.
Oh man.
But yeah, so there you go. There is episode 1 of Lost complete, and he said sounds good. He's like, all right, man, I'm gonna be moderator.
You're gonna be a OG
Yep.
watcher of this because
Literally.
this is literally the first episode
Yep.
testing to see how this would go. So
There you go,
Test stream, boys
yeah, you got
and girls.
yes.
boys and girls, mental gen,
Men and women.
Oh, where's Hot Pocket? Hold on.
ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Well, we want to do anything else in this episode?
What, like talk about the episode again?
Or well, no, anything more in this?
Well, there is an interesting story about if you look at the creators. It says J.J. Abrams, Jeffrey Lieber, and Damon Lindelof.
Yeah, who's that?
So I know Rob already knows, but there's a really interesting story about who Jeffrey Lieber, however you say his name, is, and because the original idea for Lost was actually pitched by one of the heads of ABC.
Okay.
He basically said, and that's not who Jeffrey Lieber is, or Lieber, but he pitched it out to the rest of the executives saying, like, we should do a show that's about, just people stranded on an island and the drama, and that's all he had. That was his idea. He basically said,
dramatized Survivor.
that's exactly what he said. He said, I want Survivor, but like a drama series. And so he just threw that out there, and so ABC hired somebody to do a spec script on it, to do a pilot.
Yeah.
And that was
Only Jeffrey Liebs over there?
Yeah, and so he did his version and wrote it and turned it in, and it just kind of got like an iffy kind of review.
So they brought JJ in, and he just basically...
So yeah, what they took that idea and they said, I like it, but they started kind of shopping it around, and both JJ was, I think, the first one, and he said, like, I'll only do this show, I'll only be a part of this if you do this, this, and this, and they were all like the mystery elements, because those weren't in the original draft, like the monster and the different kind of flashbacks and mysteries to these characters.
Yeah.
And then they brought on Damon Lindelof to help co-write that pilot episode.
I remember when they seeing an interview with him and him saying, like, when I got pulled on to Lost, like, JJ was like, hey, come and do this thing with me. It's like, if I would have known that little writing assignment sort of thing would have been as big as, I don't know if I would have accepted it because
it's like 6 years.
It was going to be the
life.
next. Yeah, it was going to be the next like
Yeah.
half decade of my life.
Yeah, super stressful.
Yeah. But it just goes to show you, like, just thinking, like, oh, I guess I gotta do this one-off thing. It could just be a one-off thing, but it could end up being something that's, like, you're known for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But basically, you'll see his name, Jeffrey Lieber, in every episode at part of the creators, under the creators, like, credit, because he was technically the first one that wrote the initial...
Which is part of the whole... being a screenwriter. Like,
Yeah.
if you happen to just... Does he actually get paid for...
He does get royalties as being a creator.
Wow.
I don't think he gets as much as the
Yeah,
other
yeah.
two.
But still.
It's funny because I've seen him in interviews, and he's like, he doesn't care. I don't think he's ever watched the show.
Yeah.
He was like, I think I watched the pilot, but I, like...
Has he actually gone on and done other things and, like, has a career doing other things, or he just...
He must. I haven't really looked into him too much, but I just remember seeing an interview and them asking about Lost and how he felt about it. He's just like, I don't know, I just wrote the original pilot, and I really don't watch the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, my name's in the credits. He doesn't even care that his name's in the credits. It wasn't like he fought for that or anything.
It would be like back in the day, like if someone like George Lucas was, writing Star Wars, and someone had like, I kind of want just to be in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah.
And like someone just kind of like, yeah, I guess my name's on Star Wars, but whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, I always found that to be an interesting.
It's like Frank
story.
Darabont with Walking Dead.
Well, but that's a completely
It's a different
story.
Different story, but he's still credited to this day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, he was part of the whole first season.
Mm-hmm.
So, but this guy never even touched production.
Yeah. Which
So.
is crazy.
Good old Libby Lieber, whatever.
Yeah,
Jeffrey Lieber.
Jeffrey Lieber.
Jeffrey Lieberstein Goldman.
There you go. So there's Lost.
There's Lost.
Damon, if you're watching,
Which you aren't.
or Carlton, I know you guys like to tune in every once in a while.
Yeah.
Just so happens that we're doing Lost first, no big deal.
Yeah.
It's a good.
If you're watching,
good start.
greatest showrunners of all time.
Yeah.
Just putting it out there.
We're big fans. We listen to pretty much every one of your podcasts.
I mean, if you're watching this from the future, like,
Yeah.
you go back and you're just scrolling through old streams.
Old streams, or if we posted it on our YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
The original start.
Because I mean, this is going to be labeled with Lost, so
Oh, absolutely.
it'll definitely be searchable.
I'm sure Dame Lindelof looks up Lost stuff all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure that's
He
what
loves it.
I'm pretty sure he's doing the exact opposite,
Yes.
avoiding it as much as
He actually has a Google block on Lost.
Yes. He doesn't want anything.
I lean really hard to the left.
Not,
I'm basically...
not politically,
But just
physically.
physically in
Hey,
his
damn
shit.
right I don't lean to the left politically.
It's like you're trying to eat the chat.
That's how much you love the
Get
chat.
over here, tub wild. I don't know what that looked like.
It was pretty good.
So,
It worked.
Tub,
It
still
worked.
here with us, Tub?
Who knows?
I doubt it.
I
Buddy.
can't see the viewers anymore.
I can. He's still here, unless it hasn't.
Updated.
Or she.
Or she.
He or she.
KG's been gone. I think the entire point was to.
KG.
to
Kevin
screw
Garnett
us.
bounced
That's all we're
long.
gonna. Yeah, that's all
long
we're
time
gonna
ago.
say. But,
We had to purge that dude from Chad, but he's still right there.
Yeah.
Sorry, Twitch.
Yeah.
Don't ban us, please.
Yes. Please don't. Yeah. So, but there it is. There is the first episode. I think it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody had the chance to follow along, but if you watch it later, you could.
Yeah. And I'm sure on future episodes, if we are streaming on different channels at the end of these episodes, or the beginning of an episode, we can basically be like, hey, thanks so much for watching this channel. Greg's going to be on tomorrow on his own channel, or you'll be on, in the next couple days. For right now, it's just going to be.
I mean, if we're married to this headroom, which we'll have to talk about,
That's an interesting sentence.
there's a lot of room up here for stuff.
Yeah,
That's true.
definitely.
Odabil.
Yeah, we could just put the text for each one.
Mhm.
Voop, voop,
And if we can key bind it, that would be pretty sweet.
and then, yeah, it would just like pop up.
Bing.
Boom.
Yeah, we'll just keep it up all the time.
Yeah.
Screw them.
Screw them. Our audience.
Screw all these
Who
guys.
we screwing?
Screw this guy and that guy. We could just tape pieces of paper.
I don't know if it's gonna be as readable as we want.
No.
That'd be funny though.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Just
Am I just really far off?
We just
There
wear
you
hats with like little sticks that
I feel
come
like
out
this
and has little
framing's
signs.
just awkward.
I mean, we can pull it over.
We can pivot it a little more.
Or
I mean,
maybe I'm just really big and I lean to the left. Yeah.
This is what happens if I lean to the left. So yeah, you're definitely leaning.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the middle.
I can't not lean to the left.
Yeah, and I can't. I'm not gonna lean.
Hillary.
I'd have to lean forward. Hillary.
Why would you choose Hillary?
I wouldn't.
That's a
Why
whole.
Why would I
Bernie?
use a southern
Why
accent?
not Bernie?
That's that.
And you use Southern accent.
I mean, Bernie 2020,
yeah.
resident sleeper in the grave. You know what I'm saying?
This is becoming a whole nother channel, guys.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is-
dude, we got another viewer. What's up? I'm gonna call you out, dude, before you leave. Hold on.
I don't think.
Come on, phone.
I don't think there is there?
Yeah, viewer list is fucking. Look at the little. Damn it! It says 4. Used to say 3.
I don't
Oh, yeah, they left.
They already left. You couldn't call them
Wait.
out before they.
Or they're like a secret person. Are you a secret person? Was I talking about Hillary too much?
Scared him away.
Yeah.
Scared him.
I meant it
away.
like secret agent or something, you know?
Oh, like FBI.
Yeah.
Like NSA.
Yeah, the NSA are definitely watching.
It would not be hard, because I mean you're restrained.
Yeah, anybody could watch it.
Oh,
But the
man.
fact that any NSA agent would be watching this particular stream at this time.
I have a feeling that we are going to be doing future episodes, and if we ever rewatch this, we're going to be like, man, we just tacked on so much to the end of that episode.
Which is fine. I don't mind tacking
Yeah.
on.
No, yeah.
That's the
What-
whole point of streaming is interacting.
Yeah, yeah.
There's nothing to
What,
do with
does
what
it
you're
actually
watching.
show our record time at the bottom there?
Sure.
Live?
Yeah.
So yeah, so we're right at like an hour and 2 minutes.
That's
Yeah.
not too far past 42.
See, this is where I talk.
Yeah.
When y'all are watching a fucking picture show and shit.
Rob's just going to turn into a character
yeah,
when we're
somehow
streaming.
he switches to
He's
southern
going to be
mode.
talking like this the
Every
entire
time.
time. Now,
I'm
when
sorry
we're-
about the language. This is a mature stream. Just want you guys to know.
Probably gonna have to update that in the settings.
I'll find out who you are, fourth person.
He's good at that.
It's going to be mature in the fact that, like, someone's going to curse every once in a while. It's not going to be like people are swearing throughout the entire...
yeah. The content itself is not mature. There's just
Yeah.
a couple swear words here and there.
I mean, Rob, if you want to be dropping the F-bomb throughout the entire podcast, or not the podcast, the stream, I got to get my
This is a
nomenclature.
podcast.
Podcast.
It's a
Vodka.
live stream.
Yes, it is. I got to get my nomenclature correct.
Nomenclature. I'll nomen your clature.
Fiddlesticks.
I don't want you to be doing that either.
Did you spit when you did
A
that?
little bit. Did I do that on you?
Do
Did I
that?
do that on you?
Did I do that on you?
Speaking of replacing expletives, I do like the fact that, is it with all the Edgar Wright movies, whenever they had to redub, they would just make it the most ridiculous, like,
Yeah.
peas and carrots.
They would go out of their
Like,
way to
oh,
make
rice.
it absurd sounding.
Yeah. Just
because
so...
they had to.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're gonna do it, you might as well
Mhm.
go all the way.
Exactly.
So I can time people out from here.
Oh, you can?
Yeah. But it's the generic, like, 10-minute timeout.
Yeah.
I like, clicked his name
I mean,
and...
basically, messages, but not usernames.
Yeah.
Like, if you have BTTV or something installed,
You
they
can
actually
click
have,
it.
like, a purge, like,
Yeah.
instant timeout, and they're right back.
Yeah. True.
But, oops, shit. The default one's kind of ghetto. This is so greasy because I was eating. I never have my phone with me.
Sponsored by Chipotle.
Sponsored by Chipotle.
Chipotle.
Not greasy at all.
Not greasy, but somehow he's greasy.
Yeah.
Greasy fingers. Yep.
You know who we need to get this shit sponsored by?
Netflix?
That'd
Oh.
be cool too.
Oh.
The
Best brand in the universe.
Don't
You
pour it
can't-
out on yourself.
and you can't see that at all on the...
Black can soda brand. It's not about the flavor, it's about the brand.
It's not about the flavor, guys.
Coca-Cola, not a sponsor, but I wish they were.
Yeah.
Best soda in the world.
After our first episode, we're going to be getting the calls.
Dude, I can't
Yeah.
wait for all these
Any,
calls.
any minute now.
I can't wait for all these
Ring,
calls.
ring, ring.
That's
Hello,
Rob's
Coca-Cola.
Rob's
I go
ringtone.
old school.
Hello, Frank
Hello,
Coca-Cola.
Frank Coca-Cola. Is that you? Dude, I'm enjoying some of your tasty beverage
This is
right
gonna
now.
be like Chris Pratt doing the thing of like, oh, I'm gonna be in Jurassic Park 4. Oh, thanks, Mr. Spielberg.
Yeah.
And then 5 years later, he's in Jurassic Park 4.
There you go.
This is gonna be Rob sponsored by Frank Coca-Cola.
Frank Coca-Cola.
On a real note, Soda Poppin', another streamer, you know, almost on the same level as us. He his favorite drink is soda. Or no shiggles. 13 and upstream, dude. His favorite drink is Coca-Cola. And it took him a long time to get sponsored by Coca-Cola.
How many streams did it take him?
I don't know, but he was already like a 20K plus streamer by the time they gave him a sponsorship.
Now, did he
They were
actually-
late to the party?
Did he have it somewhere on his like on his HUD, or did he just run ads that were Coca-Cola ads?
I think none of the above. That might have been the key factor. They gave him a fridge and free Coke,
Oh, well.
and the fridge was always in the background. So
Oh, okay.
There you go.
So it's
I'll put a fridge right up here.
yeah.
Soda is a Twitch god. Oh, see, he knows a
Yo,
soda
what's
pop.
up, Soda G?
That's tough.
Let me get a Soda G in the chat. You know what
Soda
I'm
G.
talking-
Yeah, that's the question.
Mhm.
Or you subscribe to him. Yeah.
Soda's getting better too. Did you hear? Leah's gone. Woo!
Man, he knows all the actual knowledge.
Yeah, I'm
about
actually
this
like a
stuff.
Twitch.
I know
Twitch
of
nerd.
them.
No,
I definitely know of them.
I'm the only Twitch noob. I watch Twitch to just
I think the biggest
watch
streamer
people.
that
I'm gonna get a Soda
I
G in
follow is Soda G. I think the biggest. Oh,
chat. Well, what does he have?
He does.
What does he have?
I don't know what
It
that
went
is.
away.
It's like a.
It's a little soda can.
It's a Twitch soda can.
Oh, it's the Twitch energy drink.
Yeah.
That's good enough, dude.
Yeah. That meets the standards.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
That
talking
meets
about.
it.
Hey man, if you know anybody from Coca-Cola,
Yeah.
If you know anyone at Coca, like Frank Coca-Cola himself, definitely hook
Tubbs,
us up.
if you actually work at Coca-Cola,
Yeah.
you are gonna be the best.
Tubbs, if you're actually soda popping, let me know. Sorry about the whole Leah thing, dude. I didn't mean to. Should I keep closing?
I'll see what I can do.
Thanks.
All right.
Thanks,
Thanks for
Tubbs.
looking out, man.
Yeah, we
appreciate
really
it.
appreciate it.
Tubbs, if you could get on who that other person was in chat and let them know that they missed out on a great conversation. Thanks for sticking around. How you doing, Tubbs?
These great.
Where
conversations.
are you watching from there, Tubbs? We keep on calling him Tubbs. That's not his name.
How do you
His
feel
name is
about
Tub Wubs.
how do you feel about being called Tubbs?
Does,
I like it.
Does
It's cool.
Tub Wubs have anything to do with Rick and Morty?
Oh.
Wubs. Wubba lubba.
Tubba wubba lub dubs.
I don't know.
Wubs.
Maybe. Who knows?
He must be in our time zone too, because would it be pretty late on the East Coast right now?
Yeah, it'll be like
One.
1.
Oh, okay, that's not too.
late.
No, that's not
It's
too
a
late.
little bit Rick and Morty. Tub wubs.
A little bit.
Oh, okay.
A little bit.
I forget what we asked, to be honest with you.
If his name had to do with.
It had to do with Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
I said a
Got
little
it.
bit. But
Tubba wubba wubba.
I remember wanting
Just
to
like
do a stream where we would be playing like Halo or
He's
something,
in the U.S.
and one of us would be doing the voice of Rick, and the other one would be doing the voice of Morty. But then I saw a stream of someone
Yeah, did you see
playing.
that?
Oh yeah.
What game was that?
It's
The,
Overwatch.
Yeah, it was
It was
Overwatch.
Overwatch.
and he was doing both voices, and I was like, that was the idea I wanted to
And
do
it
like a
was-
year ago.
Yeah, and it was phenomenal.
Yeah,
Did a
I
really
wish he
good
was
job.
actually doing that like full time. I don't think he does it full time. I think he just did it for that one stream.
Yeah, probably.
Because I think that there would be a lot of people watching if someone was doing that, like,
I will say,
that was their thing.
I've been watching a lot of Friday the 13th, where people were
Oh,
doing
yeah.
role play in that.
Mm-hmm.
Gets a little old
Really?
when they use voices over and over and over again.
Yeah, the
It's
same
like,
one.
okay. Some of my favorite streamers.
Even if they, like, were, are they doing the thing where they're really not switching it up, like they're saying the same catchphrases over and over again? Or are they, like, just, talking as the character and kind of interacting the way the character would? Because, I mean, if you just did, like, the very boilerplate Rick and Morty, you could be,
Yeah,
you
if
could
you
do
can
the...
improvise pretty well, it'd probably be cool.
Yeah, because if you were just being like, get swifty, and, you
Yeah.
know, Like that would just get boring and aggravating after a while.
Like one of my favorite streamers recently is Dispy Alex. Dispy Alex.
Mm-hmm.
And she does this like high pitched, oh honey-chan, honey-chan, when she plays Jason. It's pretty good, but you know,
after a
over
while.
Gets
time,
old.
yeah, that could probably get pretty annoying.
You're in the U.S.
Yeah, I read that earlier.
Oh, okay.
I tell you what, this setup, you would need your own little device, so that you wouldn't have to keep looking at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had it up on my phone. I probably should stop looking at the actual thing. I could just look on here. Mine did not update.
It,
Wait,
it
how do you-
usually does it in the background. Like,
Now it's
mine,
gonna add a viewer.
mine didn't
add
show most things. Like, welcome to the chat room, welcome to the chat room. Every
What-
time I
what-
turn my phone off.
What thing are you actually in? Like, are you just on the main page and it shows it at the top?
Twitch app. And then
Yep.
I go to our, click
Then
that.
click it,
Click this?
yeah.
Yeah.
And then it'll show the chat on the bottom.
Oh, okay. I just had to make sure the sound's probably.
Thanks to Old Spice.
Thanks to Old Spice.
No, but
mine
see,
doesn't
it's still
actually-
showing the old.
See, mine,
It will only show new stuff from now on.
yeah. Mine doesn't show anything, so.
If you
Oh, okay.
like these two times, I turned my phone off, and it rejoined the chat room. So anything that was said in between those times, I never saw.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like when our buddy, the other guy, came in, I wasn't
Our
in
buddy,
chat.
the other guy, KG.
KG.
I don't want to keep referencing that guy because he doesn't deserve it.
Hey man.
Oh, I saw for a second there. It showed that
See, I did it
mystery
again.
viewer
Oh, it did.
for
What did
when
it say?
Or
it's
maybe it was you.
I tried to see it, but it switched over too
It
quickly. It was
just-
like Grizz something.
Oh no, it's probably Gregor. That's me.
No. It was a different name than Gregor.
Oh,
Was
So-
it Grizzlor? I know that guy from EverQuest.
Oh, there you go.
we came all the way back to gaming.
Yep.
Gaming.
Every-
Twitch.tv.
I mean, technically, if we wanted to, we could watch maybe not like a cutscene from gaming, but like it's still story. So if we really wanted
We could
to,
watch anything, yeah,
we could
it could be
review
anything.
something.
Yeah.
I mean, we could even get super meta and watch someone live streaming a Twitch game and
Yeah, I don't know if it's under. I mean, I guess because we're technically not streaming it,
yeah.
we're just watching it.
Then
Then
because
it's-
you're not
then it's
hosting
okay.
it, you're just talking about.
I just don't know how. Yeah, I mean, as long as we don't show it, I guess it's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely can't show anything.
Yeah. I mean, we're not showing anything on here.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't necessarily go with the format of starting the thing.
No.
But if you want to do a special episode and basically just say, hey, we are storyfellering this particular subject right now.
Yeah.
You know?
And now
That's a good show.
BoJack Horseman,
He's falling out of the sky.
Netflix original.
I really wish we could put a picture-in-picture without any problems, but you can't.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Even if you made it really tiny, it would still get flagged.
It's because it's copyrighted content. You can't.
Like
Gotcha.
Twitch, if they ever reviewed you, would be like, yeah, no,
Okay.
you're not allowed to do that.
Gotcha. But this is fine because you're barely hearing the audio from it.
No.
and
Yeah, it's this is no problem.
That
It's-
is just super photoshopped.
Well, yeah, it absolutely is.
I tried watching the first episode of
God,
that new
that's
thing,
awful.
and it did not. For me, it didn't hold up.
Yeah.
Hey, you know who was in the original?
Yeah.
The original?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Christy.
Our buddy.
Yeah.
She was. That is so poorly photoshopped.
I know. Look at the guy in the gold suit there. Looks so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is like listening to comedy audio and then like talking about stuff and
Yeah.
you have no idea what they're
Talking about physical comedy when
Yeah.
you're just listening to it.
Mitch Hedberg has a pretty good joke about that. By the way, I'm awful at retelling jokes, so I'm not going to try it. That's it.
And that's the end of that. So
It basically says something like, put in the liner notes that Mitch points to the back of the room in the middle of this joke. Because he's talking about something in the back of the room that you can't see because you're just listening to it.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
You know what I mean?
So we're watching that.
you guys liked Daredevil. Right?
Yeah. The first episode was good.
Yeah. Like it's. I
How
feel like
how many seasons? It's only 2 seasons.
two
soon?
seasons. I think it's 10 or 12 episodes per
Okay.
season.
Something like that.
But I think it like, I remember when we first started watching it, even Rob was like not really hooked yet. Even on that first couple episodes, he didn't really get hooked till I think like the 3rd episode.
Something, yeah. It was
So-
when.
Well, don't say anything.
Yeah.
But my point is, I feel like it gets even better through the season.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's better as more characters are introduced.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
It's still good. Like watching.
yeah, even that
whatever
first,
I saw of it.
even rewatching that first.
I swear you were just touching that.
No, it's this thing. It doesn't have any audio input after the time it does that. But yeah, even rewatching that, I still haven't finished that. Blood
No.
on It.
I don't even think I've seen the.
I never
All the
finished.
second
I
season.
never finished the first season.
Oh, you didn't finish
Remember
first?
when you guys were over and like everybody, we were all watching it.
Yeah.
We watched like 6 episodes.
Mhm.
I think that's all I watched. I didn't watch it.
I think we finished the first season when we got home, but we didn't really watch
Yeah.
a lot of the second, and we haven't really seen. I've skimmed through a little bit of the third because one of the actresses that I worked with was in, like, the court scenes,
Yeah.
and she was like excited about, you know.
I know one of the actresses that we worked with was. She said she was in season 2 or 3
Yeah.
for an episode or something. But
So, hey Tub. Other than Breaking Bad, can you think of anything else? If you're still here, can you think of anything else you'd like to see? Do you kind of get the format of the show? If you're still here, if you still got the audio on, who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, if
I'm
you're-
wondering.
feel free to give suggestions. We're always up for watching different things.
I'm wondering what it would be like to watch a show where you guys don't have a ton of pre-knowledge about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in
Like,
that
you
in
were-
that case, you
Better
basically
Call
be.
Saul.
I want to see Better Call Saul, but I
I-
think we're sticking to things we've all seen, so that we don't. It's hard to watch something brand new
Yeah.
and like talk about because
Unless
I'd
every-
rather them shut the hell up
Yeah.
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 so I can talk so I can watch it.
Yeah. Because in
I
that
remember seeing a couple episodes. But
in that case, you would. I think if we watch something for the first time, it'd probably have to be something that we knew was bad, so we could basically just
Yeah.
do the mystery
or not
science
as
theater
or
thing.
not as serious. Like
Like
I don't
Jessica
know.
Jones.
I don't know what I don't know what it is about
Stay tuned, Tub.
Flash and Arrow. I think it's because we kind of gave up on Arrow and the like.
Yeah.
We would just kind of joke about like, oh, why are they doing that kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
And it's sort of same. Like we enjoy the Flash, but there are a lot of corny things that happen in the show that we can't help but be like, that was pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to watch the B episode of Arrow, where it all went off the rails.
Yeah.
It went off the rails a little bit before that,
Yeah.
but that episode I was like, okay, yeah, I don't ever need to watch Arrow again.
Watch some anime. You need to put the tentacle.
Nice.
I do.
Wait,
I mean,
you did put Cowboy Bebop up on.
yeah, I have Cowboy
Hulu,
Bebop on there,
which you've never seen though.
and
never seen.
as well as Attack on Titan.
I think I've
Attack on
seen.
Titan's on Netflix.
I think I've seen like 1 or 2 episodes of that.
Attack on
but-
Titan is an interesting show.
Yeah.
Very violent show.
Odabil over here doesn't really watch a lot of anime, and we were saying how Cowboy Bebop would be a good intro show for him to start watching
Yeah.
anime because it has so many elements and it's just so
Yeah,
well
but
done.
yet he has watched all of Attack on Titan.
Oh, you
Yes.
Have you even kept up with the current season?
Up until a few weeks ago, so I'm like
Yeah.
5 episodes behind.
Yeah.
But yeah, I watched the entire first season of Attack on Titan. I quite liked it.
I remember when we went to, was it MegaCon in Florida?
Yeah. That was the one.
When we went there, we
He
went
likes Cowboy
to
Bebop.
the major area where all the booths were. We walked in and everyone was wearing these tan coats, and
That was right when
me and Alicia were like, "Man, these look pretty cool." Like, what? And we walked up to somebody who was like, "What is this from?" And they're like, "Oh, Attack on Titan." And it had just come out, so everyone was wearing those like jackets.
And I get it. I get why they dress like that. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
I like I said, I've seen the first episode, but
It's just cool. It's like one of those things like you think you could be one of them.
mm-hmm.
You're one of the scouts.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Tubwub's a fan of Cowboy Bebop. It looks like.
That's cool.
So yeah, we may have to. That'll be an interesting one if we do that. Because again, I haven't seen that show in forever, and you've never seen that show.
I haven't. You're making me think. This is semi-embarrassing, but I don't care. I've said this before. I think Greg already knows. I was watching riff tracks of Twilight.
Oh yeah.
Riff tracks is, if you don't know, they watch the movie and a couple of guys talk about it, make fun of it. I was like, oh, Twilight, that's that stupid movie that everybody hates, whatever. And I was like, yeah, let's watch it. So I started watching it, and they were talking, and it's just like, okay, now it's kind of getting annoying. I'm like a third into the movie, and I'm like, okay, I'm actually like paying attention to the story.
Mm-hmm.
And I would rather them not be talking.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go watch Twilight.
Yeah.
So I watched Twilight.
Mm-hmm.
And then I watched all the other
All
ones.
of them.
Yeah.
Except for like the new two. I have no idea.
What are the last two in the series?
Breaking Dawn or something.
And Breaking Dawn.
Yeah.
Watched,
Those,
like,
I mean,
3 of them.
those could be the kind of movies that we could watch if we've never seen it. Like, not that I'm saying we haven't seen Transformers 5 or whatever. however
Well,
many
we
there are.
haven't.
But
I remember seeing the first Transformers, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm good on Transformers.
But I mean, those would be the kind of movies where it's like none of us have watched them, but we can
don't-
watch them
yeah.
and just be like, "Wow, this is what is happening in this shot? What's going on?" So those are good candidates for.
I remember, we're all writers here, and I remember hearing the plot of The Island, and being like that those sci-fi like story elements. I'm like, I want to see how it was covered in this major motion picture.
Yeah.
And it was so hard for me to even focus on what they were doing because every shot is like, I don't know, the way that he films it. Like even if it's just a regular dialogue scene, he shoots it as if it's the most important scene of the movie.
Yeah.
And it's like in long lenses, and he's spinning, and it's lit all to hell, and you're just kind of like, why?
Yeah.
Like it's a very like common like they should just be talking at a table. And he's doing the spin thing, and everything's orange and blue, and I was just kind of like, I can't watch it.
Everything is over the top.
Yeah.
Oh, Michael Bay?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the stuff. Do you remember, I don't know if you ever saw that video. There was a video.
The
Actually,
Bayham?
it was, it was every
Yeah.
frame of painting.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
talking about
Which
how
that
he
guy
is
needs to get on making more videos.
super influenced by, like, the old musicals.
Yeah, yeah.
And
It
how
was
over the top.
It was
the shots.
West Side Story.
Yeah, West Side Story.
Yeah.
And like there are a lot of common themes and shots that Michael Bay does in his films that harken back to his like love of West Side Story.
Yeah. And he values a shot on being dynamic, not necessarily like catering towards the story at that moment. It's like, oh, it's dynamic. It has energy. It has emotion.
That's all he's looking for.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's kind of a interesting character.
Oh, Mikey B.
Mm-hmm.
Mikey B. The Baster.
Show's okay. Oh yeah, we shouldn't keep doing that.
Yeah. But I don't know if we want to end it here or if we want to.
Yeah, I think that's a good first episode.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, again, if you're watching this on YouTube and you've made it this far, congrats, man. Because you went a whole...
You went above and beyond.
Yeah. You're half an hour at least past the end of the episode, and you're still holding in there, so...
And, we may do these sessions because I was thinking, like, if we have shorter sessions like these, maybe we'll do, a couple different things in one go.
Yeah, because, some of these are going to be, if we're doing a whole movie, it's going to be, the video is going to be 2 hours long, if not more.
Yeah.
So,
but if we're doing, like, episodes, we could do, like, an episode of this, an episode of this.
Yeah.
And we could have varying shows.
Yeah.
Could do kind of like a block of different kind of shows.
Yeah. Or we could just ramble on for half an hour like we just did.
We could ramble on.
You never know.
So.
That's my kind of content.
Yeah. We could be interacting with, the more viewers we have.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tub Wubs, if, like I said, you've already followed, which is great. Thank you for that. And
so next time we do this, you will be in, and when people are like, hey, look, we're the first people in there, you can be like, nope, that's me.
Yep, it's all you, man.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing this again soon, and we'll have some other, whether it's a movie or a show, that we will watch, and again, we'll have a little time code down there.
Yep.
And you can watch along with us, or just kind of enjoy the content. Either way you want to do it. So, all right, that's it.
That's
it for tonight.
It's the end of the first episode.
Yep. So, have a good night, everyone.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tub.
You tub wubs.
Thanks, dude.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
We'll see you next time if you're interested.
Yeah.